What's going on, guys? Hey, welcome to Raefe Jenkins podcast. We believe that you can start, grow, and be involved of bringing value to humanity using your business. Today, we're here with Stacey Hughes. Stacey, how you doing?
I am great. And yourself?
I'm doing great. So tell us a little bit about your story, your entrepreneurship journey, and what you're doing now, and all of the above.
Okay, so basically I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I am Stacey Hughes, as you said. I'm a mother of three amazing boys. Young men, and I am married since 2016. I got into entrepreneurship to kind of like finance my end goal, which is to create, safe places for individuals and family that needs like a safe place to go, food to eat, and clothes to wear. And this will be of no charge to them. So that's my end goal. That's why I joined entrepreneurship. The company that I'm currently in, which is iBoomerang, I'm an independent TSA. And what we basically do, our thing is that we throw out goodwill and expect, it to come back. We offer people savings, and that's how we get paid. In the end of everything, we throw out those goodwills and expect, people to save money. Once they save, we get money coming to us. So basically, with iBoomerang, we have two concepts. You can either be an independent TSA, which I am, or you can be a free customer and use the savings. Savings, we have five verticals on our platform right now. One is travel, then one is savings on your bills. We have 4X, and then we have products. We have Zen's products. We have Zen's Moods, and we have Skin Tech, which is an antiseptic foam which you use for your hands, your body, all over your body, and it protects you for 4 hours. The Zen Smooths protect is a mood enhancer for 12 hours. That's basically what we have with iBoomerang. And my end goal, like I said, is to help. I love to help people. I always wanted to help within the fact of I was a teacher for uh how many years? For like 20 years. I worked in the public sector and the private sector with teaching. I was also a case manager supervisor, helping people as well. That's just always been my journey. So that's basically, a snippet of me.
That's awesome. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs are people that have a reason why they're doing what they're doing instead of just knowing what they're doing or how to do it. So it's good that you know why. Just curious, like, what is it about helping people find housing at no expense to them? Like, what is it about that really triggered you? And maybe give advice on how other people could find their why as well. Because I tell all my friends, I'm surrounded by a lot of people at church, different people in the community that have a good heart, kind of like you. And I always encourage them, just start a business to fund, your why. But there's a lot of people out there right now that want to start a business, but they haven't found their why. So my question to you is, how did you find your why? What kind of advice would you give to others on them finding their why of doing what they're
Okay. Okay, so I hear a lot of people say if your why don't make you cry, it's not, a good why for you.
doing? That's
My
all.
why, my why, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's
M-
great.
My why basically doesn't make me cry. It's just something that was put on my heart. And I believe it was put on my heart by the Lord because I was fortunate enough to not, suffer with any of the things that I look forward to give other people. I was never homeless. I was never my family never lacked food. My family never lacked, having no clothes to wear, none of that stuff. It was just something that was placed on my heart to want to do. And I can just say just think within yourself because there has to be a problem for you to solve in order for you to find your why. So if it's something that interests you, that's your why. And my why is basically helping people, and that's one of the ways that I see that a lot of people need help. So that's my why. With anybody else, I would just say make sure that it interests you, because once it interests you, it's something that you're going to work towards. Because if it's something that doesn't interest you, you're not going to work towards it. So that's basically my why. And how I found it is, like I said, it was placed there.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. You have a great heart for humanity, and I think that's what every great entrepreneur should have. Because I mean, entrepreneurship is essentially solving a problem. So if we
Mm-hmm.
come into the world with problems and we're leaving it with less problems, like we're doing our part, you know. So talk about your journey of being, a teacher and then transitioning from, you know, 20 years of teaching to entrepreneurship. How did you go from teacher to entrepreneurship, and tell us a little
Oh,
bit of the story of the transition.
okay. So I basically was a teacher first. And then I went to school. I went back to school, and going back to school to get my master's, I came into the problem of not being able to my schedule didn't work up with the schooling, so I had to leave teaching for that reason, and also for the fact of seeing how some adults treat children, and I did not like that. So that was one of the reasons why I had to get out, because I feel like I needed to go back to school to be able to do more, because where I was at, I was capped, and I don't like to be capped. I like for there to be room for growth. So I left the teaching sector and went to school full time. After graduating with my master's, I was able to get the job at the Salvation Army, which which was where I was the case manager, and I was a case manager there for 10 years, and case manager supervisor there for 10 years. And within that, helps a lot of people to get back out into society, and get off of drugs, get their mental health check-in and stuff like that. With being in the Salvation Army, I was introduced to entrepreneurship. Didn't know I knew about entrepreneurship, but however, I didn't take advantage of it at the time that I heard about it. After being at the Salvation Army, and I seen that, that it would allow for me to gain more knowledge of different things that's going on. I decided once I got furloughed from the Salvation Army not to go back into any, you know, W-2 type thing, working 40 hours, 40 years, and all of that stuff. I decided not to do that anymore. So that's what made me venture out. Getting furloughed basically pushed
Yeah.
me out. Yeah.
How challenging did you find entrepreneurship initially, and what advice would you give to other people who are also trying to transition from working for someone else to working for themselves?
It's a challenge within itself, because the people that you think are going to go with you along for the ride, they often don't. It's strangers that carry you. And then the challenge comes in with having to go out there and build up your network. And what advice I would have is just to basically, if it's something that you want to do, know that the challenges are going to come, and just don't never quit. It can be productive, so just don't never quit, basically.
Yeah, I love what you just said. It's not the people that you thought, it's always strangers. Because and that's entirely true, because in the entrepreneur community, we're all pushing for each other, but very few people take the transition. That's so funny. So like, where did you find a lot of these people? Like, obviously it's not the people that you thought would go along with you for the ride, but like, tell me about the strangers. Like, who are these people, and how would other people find other people to connect with? Because you have to do entrepreneurship with people. So how
Yeah.
would people going from working for someone else to working for themselves find the people that they need to work with?
So basically, I do a lot of pop up shops to sell the products, and I engage with people in that sense. I go to a lot of networking events to meet up with people, give out business cards. I engage people on social media, different social media platform, such as this one that we're doing right now. Yeah, so that basically you have to put yourself out there, because if you don't, it's the people that aren't going to bring you along. Because I guess because they know you, and I don't know how they know, what extent they know you, so they may not want to go into business. They're gonna watch though, and they're gonna see what you do, and as long as you don't quit, they know that it's something you can do. So a no can be a no for now, and it won't be a no forever. So just don't quit and do what you need to do, basically, but network.
That's awesome. Yeah, networking is huge. Networking. I don't know anyone that is successful that's done it alone, and especially when you're starting out as an entrepreneur, there are so many people willing to help. Generally, not the people that are your close friends and family. They're
Uh-uh.
just skeptical,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of people outside of your bubble that will help, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised just starting like something small, not trying to be a billionaire overnight, but just go try to make $100. You'll be surprised who you bump into that will help you along the way. Take the 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000, etc. So.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Well, what I like to do is in the broadcast, essentially opening it up to you to say whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart, and not necessarily a question other than tell us what's on your heart and what kind of advice would you share for people listening?
So what's on my heart is that I did join platform tours. I'm not sure if anyone out there heard of them. And they basically kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone to do different things, such as what I'm doing right now. If you didn't know, I am very nervous at doing this right now. Um
I can't tell, to be honest, until you said it. I mean, not at all.
So it basically got me to come out of my comfort zone and do different things. I started with them, and I started doing the homeworks that they had, which is to basically tape myself and petrified. However, I got through it. um I want to my big hashtag, which is to start doing the homes for individuals. I want to have at least one up and running by 2024. So yeah, so that's basically what's on my heart. I'm in the process also of um writing a book. Due
Wow,
to the fact that I'm having a grandchild in March, I would like to publish a little simple kid book, for my grandchild, something different outside of the books that's out there for kids now, like with affirmations, different type of stuff. So that's basically where I'm at with my journey right now.
that's awesome. Well, very cool. Stacey, thank you for your time, and I appreciate you jumping on the broadcast. How can people find you and get connected with you and look up iBoomerang?
I appreciate you, and like I said, this is getting me out of my comfort zone, so I really, really appreciate you. And my name is Stacey Hughes. 11:30 on Instagram. On Facebook, it's just Stacey Hughes. And I can give out my telephone number. It's 917-495-8011. And like I said, 917-495-8011. And I welcome anyone to get in contact with me. And I am out here to share information, because sharing is caring. And this is just something that I want to do.
Awesome. Stacey, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.